Hey everyone. Today we're looking at solving equations with more than one step, or multi-step equations. Let's get started with some examples. So say we have 2x plus 3 equals 9. Now, as always, our goal with these problems is to get the variable by itself to see what value of x we can plug in to make this statement true. And there's some great real world applications of this. I don't really have time to really go over them in this video, but if you want some specific ones, just put some in the comments and I'll get on it. Let's get started here. Now with these multi-step equations, the way you attack them is you gotta do the inverse operations, but you have to do them in the right order. Now, before you learned the order of operations as PEDMIS, or maybe the M and the D is turned around. This is how I learned it. So you have parentheses, exponents, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. And before we introduce variables, that is the order that you did operations. Now we have variables. So as you've noticed, we're doing a lot of opposite or backwards. So you may imagine that PEDMIS is now opposite. And whenever I was in school, we always just said SAMDEP. When you have variables, this is the order that you do your operations. Subtraction or addition, multiply or divide, and then exponents, and then parentheses. So here, we have multiplication, and then we also have addition. So in our SAMDEP guide, it says that subtraction and addition is first. So we have to do this, undo this addition first, the inverse of addition, which is subtraction. So, and also it still stays what we do to one side, we have to do the other. So we subtract 3 to both sides. These 3's cancel. We bring down our 2x. 9 minus 3 is 6. Now our next is multiply and divide. So here we do have multiplication, so the inverse is, we'll divide both sides by 2, and we will get x equals 3. And if you plug that in, you'll see that 2 times 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9. So we're right. Let's try another one. Let's look at x over 5 minus 2 equals 8. So think SAMDEP. Subtraction and addition is first. So here we do have subtraction. The inverse is addition. So we're going to add 2 to both sides. Bring down the x over 5. X over 5 will equal 10. Now, SAMDEP next is multiplication and division. Here we have division. So the inverse is multiplication. We're going to multiply both sides by 5. Here we cancel, so we're left with 1x equals 10 times 5 is 50. Now if we check that, plug in 50 for x, 50 divided by 5 is 10, minus 2 is 8. So we were right. And that's just a quick introduction into multi-step problems. Just remember, I feel like the easiest way to remember these when getting started is just SAMDEP. If you want to come up with a fancy acronym, you can. I don't have one. But just subtraction and addition first. That's what you got to move to the other side of the equal sign first. And then multiplication and division. You got to do that next. And then exponents and parentheses are last. but we haven't dealt with that yet, and we might run into that later, or we will run into that later. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, want more videos, some real world examples, send something in the comments, and I'll get on